That Music Monday.
This episode's brought to you by Steve Shake Records.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Matt Music Monday. The hiatus is officially over. We'll jump right into it. This week we're talking about Grace Session by Rich People. This is really an awesome album, and there's definitely some nostalgia attached to it for me. But even besides that, it's great. One of my old friends from the church band showed me this album when I was in my mid-teens, and it definitely came at a formative time for me where I was just kind of starting to develop my own music taste. They're a local band, so it's technically like niche music, so like I listened to them before it was cool. In terms of the sound, it's like a post-hardcore art rocky kind of sound. It's really cool. Check it out. My three favorites are Backstep, Common Sound, and White Mark. Let's get right into the music. So from song to song, there's some really cool chords and chord voicings. There's like polished flair to all the tracks. The two biggest things that help the score here is going to be the vocals, because Rob Rich does some crazy stuff that is just really hard to replicate. And some of the songs have these cool like tempo and rhythm switch ups that just kind of engage you into the song. But a lot of the instrumentals are really just simple and fairly easy to play. This ended up getting a 6.9 out of 10 overall. Next, we're going to talk about the lyrics. So as with any sort of music from this like post-hardcore scene, the writing is going to tend to be very poetic, as is the case here. It's very good writing. There's a lot of metaphors that I've never really heard used elsewhere. The words have just the right amount of like longing, of hope, of love, fear, yada, 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 to strike an emotional nerve with you. Altogether, this category got a 7.9 out of 10. We're going to move on to the vibe. So there's a nice uniform sound throughout this whole album. The producer did a great job. The engineers did a great job. The mixes are warm, ambient, punchy, and clear all at the same time. The instrumental interludes, even though they're simple, they do kind of give you this like push and pull where it distances you from some of the heavier parts of the track, but also the ambience of it kind of pulls you back in, waiting for the next thing to happen. There's some really nice emotional ballads, and then there's some really banger, like anthemic things going on. It's such a cool vibe throughout this album. So this ended up also getting a 7.9 out of 10. Altogether, that brings Grace Session to a grand total of 22.7 out of 30. You seem cool if you listen to this one, because nobody else is going to know them, because they're just like a local band. And they also don't really do stuff together anymore, so check this one out. Even the biases aside, this is just such a cool, solid album to listen to. And it's a pretty quick listen too, so go check it out. Grace Session.